Throughout your lifetime, you will have many different experiences. There are many walks of life, some easy, some harder than they should be. I would classify my life as in the middle. There were things I shouldn't have had to go through, and others were definitely needed. I want you to understand the military is the best decision that I have ever made. I will be covering family reasons, educational reasons, and financial reasons as to why the military is the best life choice for me. First off, I'd like to start off with a little background about my family. I have a very, very big family, each having made different decisions and choices in their lives, some affecting my decision, while others had no pertinence at all. The first person I'd like to comment on is my biological mother, who is currently incarcerated. She didn't get her high school education. She didn't go to college. I wanted to be better than that. I wanted to go to high school. I wanted to finish. I wanted to do all of that. The next person is my brother, who did go to high school. He graduated from high school and went to college, but he ended up dropping out. He didn't go to class. He didn't care about his schoolwork. All he cared about was video games. I didn't want to be that person. My parents were extremely disappointed in him. He has no degree, and now he doesn't even have a job. He lives off of his wife, and I didn't want that. Next person is my father. He lost his job. He was laid off, tried to get multiple different jobs, but all of them had failed endings. And now he works on computers in a hospital. He works extremely hard to make ends meet, but he's not satisfied with his life. I wanted to make my family and my parents proud of me. I needed something more than just living in a small town and getting by on each paycheck. I wanted something more. Now that you know a little bit about my family and why and how they affected my decision, I want to talk to you about the educational reasons. I knew that no matter what, I would get an education. I would be the first of my father's side and my mother's side to graduate from college. Somehow, I would get a degree. I knew that college would be expensive, and just figured I'd get school loans, student loans, just to pay for it. I was offered scholarships in sports and in education, but it still wasn't enough to pay for what I wanted. I didn't want to go to college and just completely fail at it. It was not something that I wanted to do. So I started looking at the military, and it was another option. But I didn't want to think about signing my life away, as everybody had put it. So I kind of just dropped it, even though the military would pay for $4,500 worth of classes per fiscal year. They had classes offered on base, and I could even earn an associate's through the job that I would be doing. There's so much more stuff for the military that I didn't know at that time. But it was all about not having to sign my life away. No matter what or where you are, someone is always going to be there to tell you what to do, whether it's your family, bosses, or even your teachers and professors. So in essence, I was scared to jump into the college without a plan. That plan also included finances. I had so many questions about what I would do, what school I would go to, how I would pay for it, where would I get the money for the book fees, what about my rent, or even normal life necessities. How many jobs would I have to get to pay for everything? I was extremely worried. That was when I finally started looking into military. My stepbrother's dad was retired, so I spoke with him. He told me that I would receive a paycheck of a set amount every rank that I would make. I'd get paid on the 1st and the 15th of each month. I'd be able to live in the dorms for free. And once I moved out of the dorms, they paid for food, housing, and even school. It all seemed to be too good to be true until I talked to a recruiter. Then my hopes became reality. If you're wondering if the Air Force is what I expected to be, then yes, it is, everything and more. In conclusion, the Air Force has been one of the best decisions I have ever made. It's the reason I met my husband. The Air Force has provided me the security that I need to have a family, to meet my educational goals, and to be able to support my family, as well as being able to serve my country and those who live in it. So I would say yes, the Air Force is the greatest thing that has ever happened to me, and I would never look back.